年米了，天上就就是老主主的人，就说应该对了，说说我们吧。前位是在民要嘛的了，到位是在民族。你东北呢，他就初学时呢，按照我们地讲民族。你到一呢，长期到这里面去，工作多不的面去，按照那个家呀，我们呢，这要嘛的，年岁呢，他年在哪里研究的，但是说现在那我去学人。他以为看过去中国在那生的。
In today's rural Tibet, such Tibetan-style bungalows and courtyards are common. The owner of this house is Gersang Chuchen, the little girl in the film. Her dream has come true. Langshangs were at the bottom of the society. They were called talking animals by serf owners who could give them away as gifts or sell them as animals. A child of Langshang became a Langshang at birth. After he died, his death had to be reported to his lord so that his name would be deregistered. This Langshang came to register her newborn baby, whose fate was thus decided. The serf owner had a new piece of property. Derching Jorma lives in Naidong County in Shannan region. Her family were Langshang for 4 generations and worked for Kersong estate. Born in the cowshed, she herself was a 4th generation Langshang. Now she owns a Tibetan-style bungalow with 7 rooms, 6 cows and some farming tools. Her broad smile tells her happiness, but she can never forget the misery of her childhood, especially the night she spent with her mother and grandma in the cowshed. This picture was taken 50 years ago. The old woman is Langshang Cheme Chumo, the grandma, and this is Juma. The 3 of them lived in a cowshed on the estate. Most of the Tibetans believe in Tibetan Buddhism. After the peaceful liberation of Tibet, religious belief in Tibet is respected and protected by the state. This is Jepong Lamasery, one of the 3 large Tibetan lamaseries in Lhasa. 50 years ago, a boy was sent by his father to Jepong Lamasery to become a lama. Before 1959, there was a practice in Tibet known as lama service. If a family had 2 sons, one of them had to be a lama. The little boy was Jiangyang Dorjia. He is now in his 70s. He has stayed in the lamasery for decades, hoping to learn Buddhism. But sweeping the floors and carrying firewood is his daily work.
딘데지 줄리아리 메다리 딘데 데라지 가르쿠지 딘데 내가 제신 때 안디가비는 소아이는 다 쫓아서리 안디데 유두전에 아니 공부랑 게 가려어리스는 로질리안 삼바다 루톤베 멋있어져래 안디베 내가 말봐 안디 만든도 아니 나한테 되게 사진 오면 나는 뭐냐 안지 도와 잡죠 지기지기 제지 딘데지 소제지 그때
The Lungzi building used to be the city hall of Lhasa and was later turned into a prison. The main gate of the building is on the first floor. Before 1959, just stepping onto the stairs would be a terrifying experience. This room was the only office in the building where serfs came to pay tax, grain and service.
西藏的差役呢是分为2大类，叫做这个钢铸老墩。那么钢铸呢是用这个人力和畜力制的差，这个老墩呢是用各种食物和货币制的差。那么除了这个方面的这个差异以外呢，西藏还有其他的名目繁多的大概有上百种的这个差异。再一点的话呢，这个3大领主剥削农奴的一个手段呢，就是发放这个高利贷。由于这个高利贷这个许多的这个农奴呢身负非常重的这个债务，甚至有的呢这个成为这个子孙债世代都还不清。
The basement of the Lungzi building was a prison. The local government in Tibet had courts and prisons. Upper-class lamas and serf owners were allowed to set up private prisons. Many cruel and savage ways of punishment were practiced in the prisons, such as gouging eyes of offenders, amputating their hands and feet, and peeling off their skins. This fetter was made of a huge tree trunk, several hundred kilograms in weight. The legs of 5 prisoners would be bound together with the fetter so that they could not move. The prisoners were given no food. They were so hungry that they bit the wooden poles. Many died as a result. Some made marks on the walls to count the days, the long days that would never end. There was an underground prison cell under the Patala Palace. Many scorpions were kept there to sting the prisoners. Hence it was known as the Scorpion Cave. Once a person was thrown into the cave, the poisonous scorpions would be all over him. No food was provided to inmates in prisons in Lhasa. At mealtime, the prisoners were sent to the streets,